Okay, now I'm going to try something. I've done this a little bit where I've stood right here and asked him to give his face to the side. Okay, that's nice. Want him to just bend and give me his face. See if he'll let me rub him here. Okay, and what most horses will do when you try to do this is that right there. They'll either back up or they'll start moving their hindquarters away from you. And if they do, just walk with them until they figure out they'll do that right there. They'll try to, it's just partly evasion and partly he's just not sure what I want him to do. I just want him to bend his head there. Okay, there you go. Good boy. You don't need to do that. Just give me your face. Right, like that. Good. Then rub on him. Let him know that's what I wanted. Do it again, please. Good. Okay. So I got 2 or 3 to the right. Let's try it on the left. Okay, he's licking. Don't ever interrupt a horse that's licking and chewing. That means he's relaxing a little and he's thinking about what just happened. So usually this side will be a little better. Second side. Okay. Give it to me a little more, please. Okay. So I'll just back out of your view. There, okay. Come back over here. Again, I apologize. I'm doing the best I can to stay where you can see this. Okay. Okay. So I'm satisfied he has a general idea of that. Now, this is where what I was leading up to. Is I want to bring this rope around behind his tail and ask him to come around away from me. I don't know how well this is going to go. Don't be surprised if it doesn't go very well. So I'm going to pull that rope. It actually went better than I expected. Look at you, buddy. Look at you. Hey, good job. Good job, bud. Okay. So I want him to feel that coming. I want him to follow his nose. Come on up to me. Good job. Okay. So we did it twice, bending him to the right. Now come around. And I've had, some horses have a lot of problems with this. He's doing way better than I thought he would. I've had several Mustangs that just totally freaked out over this thing. Just really scared him. He seems to be doing fine. Good job. Okay. And once this gets pretty soft and smooth, then you can add things. You can add a backup. You can add, sometimes I'll just lunge them, have them come on around and then just ask them to lunge around me. Okay. In fact, let me just try that, see how it goes. All right. So I'll have him come around this way and then lunge around me to my right. Like that. That's pretty good. Okay. Good. Good. Well, you're a superstar today, buddy. I'm just really happy with what you're doing. Okay. Let's come around here. Okay. Good. And then lunge around me to my left. Beautiful. Beautiful. Didn't tell you to quit. There you go. So he's gradually learning what my body movements mean. You know, he didn't know in the beginning. Ooh. Okay, didn't stop very well. You weren't really paying attention to me, were you? Admit it. Okay. All right. So a couple more things I want to work on. I want to back him up, which is getting better. Okay, one of my sayings, and I probably heard this from somebody else, but the better a horse backs up, the better they'll do everything else. And that is true. If you're leading your horse from the barn to the arena, back him up instead of leading him. Okay? Anytime you can back your horse up, you are going to make him better at everything. There's all kinds of reasons for that. Did you hear him let out a big breath, lick and chew? So for him, that's pretty stressful, because backing is a very submissive move for any horse, especially for a stallion. Okay, let's see if I can do it this way. Back up. Good. Good. So pretty nice progress. If you remember a week ago, or even 3 days ago, he was pretty fussy about that. Okay, let me try one more method. I'm going to yield his hindquarters around like this, and then ask him to back all in one smooth motion. Okay, wasn't very smooth, but he did it. Lick and chew, okay. Okay, let's do the other side. Yield those hindquarters here, and then back. A little smoother, a little smoother. See, he's thinking about nipping me, but he didn't. Okay, a week ago he would have. He would have tried to take a little snip at my forearm, but that time he didn't do it. See, the nipping, I may have said this earlier, it's mostly going to go away as he gets more trained and more comfortable and more broke and more seeing me as a leader, and it'll just go away on its own, most of it. Okay, there we go. Oh, I love that. I love that. So I've put a fair amount of stress on him in the last few minutes, and he's just yawning and dropping his head. And you want to be my buddy, don't you? Yeah, we're going to be buds. Yes, we are. Okay. All right. There you go. So, you know, if you didn't watch the earlier videos, if you just now watching this video, you go, oh, isn't he a sweet horse? Give him a cookie. Okay. As long as he sees me as the leader, he and I will get along well. And he's starting to do that. And I've explained to that. If you haven't seen the previous videos, please go back and watch them and see what it took to get him to this point. And we're not done, but we're making some good progress. Okay, the last thing I want to do that's new here is to introduce him to my training flag, which I have not shown him before, and I do not have any idea how he is going to respond to it. We'll see. But there's no way I would have done this in the first week or so, because he would have just taken off and drugged me around and wouldn't have really accomplished anything. Okay, so the first thing I do with this is I want him to see it, and I want him to follow it around. So let him see that he can follow it. It's going away from him, not toward him. Okay. Good. Okay. And if I got real aggressive with this in the beginning, he'd jump sideways. Of course he would. That's not really what I need to have happen. Good. I love that curiosity. Good boy. All right. Now, okay. So he reacted, but frankly, it wasn't that bad. Okay. Wasn't that bad. So, all right, see, so there he got bothered, and I didn't actually do anything. Now what's happened to him here is his anxiety level went from about a 3 to about a 7. Okay, see, I didn't even move it right there. And so once he got nervous, then he starts reacting more to the same movement. Okay, good. But one of the things this horse has to learn is that just because you get a little nervous and scared doesn't mean you have to jump over the moon. Okay? And unless I can get him nervous and scared, he'll never learn that that's okay. That he doesn't have to react that way. Okay? Okay, so, you know, and he's overreacting, but it's really not that bad. Good boy. So you just use approach and retreat. There, that time he let me touch him with it. Good job. All right. All right. So I'm going to accept that as pretty good. Take it away and let him rest a moment. There he licks and chews. I'd like him to drop his head as well. So I'm going to remove my eye contact. So that'll take a little more pressure. Then his head's starting to come down. Okay. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, and if you haven't, if you have a horse that's real reactive, I've got, two different series that I can think of with two different horses. One was with a little black mare a few months ago that was very scared and reactive. And then I have one from about a year ago with a paint horse named Jacob, who was also pretty scared and reactive. And so what I explain is you need to bring their emotions up, as in scare them, and then show them that they can be okay. Okay? If you don't ever do that, then you'll never teach them to handle that. Okay? And I can assure you, no one's ever taught him that he can be okay when he gets scared. Okay? Okay? So he's actually worse on this side than the other side, isn't he? So I'm just looking for any improvement. Okay, if he'll slow down, like right there, okay, he slowed down. So let me take it away, and he's snorting because he's scared. Okay, well, gee, if I'm going to get on this horse, I'd kind of like him to be okay with something like that. I don't want to ride a horse that's afraid of something like that. You? Okay. All right. So let's just give him a moment to see that it's not actually going to kill him like he's pretty sure that it is. There. Take it away. So you can probably see this little deal here is going to take a while. Okay? I'm not going to fix this in 1 or 2 sessions. I might be working on this for several weeks. Okay, now he's cocked one hind leg right there, which is a very minor sign of relaxation. Not much, but it's a little. Now he dropped his head, now he dropped his head, good. Still snorting. Good, okay. Let me let him sniff the flag again. He didn't really want to this time. There. There. Good. Good. Okay. Okay, good. So that's a little better. Very good. He stood still. Let me wave it a little. So I have to approach this in a way that he can handle it. I can't just come in here and start flapping it really. He would just totally lose his mind if I started flapping it and making a lot of noise. Okay, that wouldn't really accomplish a whole lot. Okay. There we go. So there, see, I don't know if you can see it, I'm just barely moving it. Okay. Hey, getting better. Good boy. Good boy. Reach in there and touch his shoulder. Good boy. All right. Okay. So that's the first of many, many, many dozens, probably, desensitizing sessions with this horse. It's just going to take him a while. He's never had to do this before. You'll figure it out, won't you, buddy?